Hi, I'm Grandma Judy. I know I'm get pushing 80, and I've got the lines to prove it. But I am having a great life, and I hope you are too. My daughter and I recently took a trip to Arizona. Live in Washington State, and oh, it was so nice and warm. It was wonderful. But we did so much driving trying to find the right piece of property and it close to a town we liked and close to medical for me and all of that sort of thing. Well, we finally found it over by Kingman, Arizona. It's a lovely 2 point something acres, flat, clean water, septic, power, all on the lot. So it was like, oh, now that's really unusual. And it reflected in the cost because the half of the cost were those improvements. So I'm like, okay, well, now I'm all excited, especially since Washington is cold and dreary and, not very happy today because we're going into winter. Well, and then I turn around and I look at Kingman and they're in the 80s. Oh my, I could do the 80s. Now, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of gold prospecting and rock hounding. And I'm going to take those back up on a lower scale than I did when I was in my 40s and 50s, of course, because, well, just overdoing it and wiping myself out just means I can't do as much the next day. Well, that's no fun at all. Oh, got a hair in my eye. So I will be playing with that and having a lot of fun. And I think I've told you before that I do wire wrap jewelry. I really like using natural stones that have been shaped and turned into cabochons and things. And I do all kinds of different ones. This is a nice little one that I did. It's nice and clean, very nice back. I really don't like a guga back. But I do these because I have to have something to do with my hands and I enjoy myself. And I'm thinking I might turn them into a business. Now, not a $1 million business. No, I'm thinking just a nice, fun little, maybe using palm tree, one of those deals to take care of the taxes and do all of that sort of thing for you. I'm thinking that might be a whole lot of fun for me. And I don't care what I do, I can't get two to come out just alike. So I can guarantee that nobody's ever going to get two just alike. But anyway, it's a lot of fun and it gives me something to do with my hands, which is also very helpful for my arthritis, I've got to say. So, you know, don't be surprised if you see me doing ads for Grandma Judy's one of a kind wire wrap jewelry. I know. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, it's nothing I'm going to get rich at, but there's no reason why I can't have fun with it. And it doesn't matter to me. I mean, sometimes I do large stones, sometimes I do small, sometimes I do really clear cabochons, and other times I don't. Now, this one, now the chain will go right up here across the top. Whoops, might hold it up better. Chain will go up here. But see, this is an irregular stone. But it's really nice stone. I really like it. Um, so and that's what I do. And some stones I buy, some stones I find and do and clean up myself. I have friends that turn around and go, Oh, I better send this little batch over to Grandma Judy. And I go, thank you. But like I said, no two are identical. They're just fun. They are true stones. They're not plastic or whatever. And I use soft copper and a silver craft wire. And occasionally, if I have a really nice stone and I think it warrants the extra cost, I'll use sterling silver or pure silver. I'm not crazy about using it because it's really hard on my fingers. I know where the soft copper is much easier for me, but occasionally I do the silver as well. And it just depends on whether the stone warrants it. Now here's one done with silver. And I've added some fun little beads to it just because, well, I like gewgaws. I know. And I have a lot of fun with it. And occasionally I do rings, but I gotta tell you, my rings aren't very good yet. Maybe someday. But right now, not quite there. What do you think? Nice stone. And again, like everything else I do, I can't seem to duplicate it. So you'll end up with one of a kinds. So what should I call this? Grandma Judy's one of a kind wire wrap? Or Grandma Judy's having fun? Um, I want people to know that it's something that I make for you. It is not something that is just um, bought from some company overseas or whatever. And I have so much fun with it. And it gives me, like I said, something to do, especially in the winter in Washington State, because no matter what I do, it's just miserable here. Now, like I said, sometimes, most of the time it's copper, but occasionally it's silver as well. And it depends on the stone. I like a nice clean back. So anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm hoping people will go, oh, it's one of Grandma Judy's, and they'll want to support me on it. I'm not going to be charging an arm and a leg. I'm just going to be charging pretty much what it cost me to make them and have some fun and get to know more people. Because right now, living in Washington, the good news is I have lots of friends here. And that makes it very nice for me. And almost all of them are my age. Have a few that are in their late 50s, early 60s, but most of them are in their late 70s, early 80s. And we go to different things together, to a rock hounding clubs and to a craft club that we belong to, and over to each other's houses or going shopping and stuff. And that's very fun. And I'll lose that if I go to Arizona. I know. So then I'm going to have to make a whole batch of new friends out of Kingman, Arizona. And I don't know how easy that's going to be. Because people look at me and they go, old lady's going to be in the way. It's not true. Well, not all the time. I have a really good time. And I expect to have other people enjoy themselves. I like going to restaurants. I enjoy going shopping to a degree. I'm not a big just chop, 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 chop. I don't like the great big stores all that much as a rule. But I have a really good time. I've got my favorite restaurants. And when I was in Arizona, I found an Oriental restaurant in Kingman. Oh my God, it had mushu pork. Best I've ever had. And I can't even get mushu pork in Washington State. It has too many ingredients and they won't do it. But yummy, yummy. And we went to, they called it a carnival. but it was really a fancy horse show. It was a lot of fun. And they had the horses that reared up and carried on and did bows, and people that did all these acrobats off of them and stuff. It was really a lot of fun. Um, but I didn't see circus in that. I just saw people having a really good time with their horses and making a living. Well, I think that's a pretty good idea. If they come back to town, I'm going to go again because I believe in supporting small businesses that having supply something to the community, have a good time with, and let others earn a living with. I know there was only probably a dozen people total with it between the people that set everything up, which were also the performers. Um, the people that did the animal care, well, that was also the performers. So yeah, a dozen wonderful performers that worked their tails off. So, yep, I will certainly support them in the future by going and taking friends and making new friends to take with me. But I thank you ever so much for being with me, Grandma Judi. And please like and subscribe my channel because, well, it makes a difference to YouTube and all of that. I don't know. I'm not quite sure why. But if you would do that for me, that would be very nice. So please have a wonderful life. Have so much joy in your life. Find something you love to do and just keep doing it. Invite other people to come do it with you. So I thank you so much. Have fun. Love you all. Bye bye from Grandma Judi. I know I can never find that button. Oh well.